Walking into that space to do intake, I'll never forget. I'm looking up, I start looking up at the ceiling, and I'm just like, a roof. Finally, a roof.
Welcome to Unseen Atlanta, an Atlanta Mission podcast. We believe storytelling has the power to shift perspectives and spark change. Each episode, we will bring you a powerful story from a member of the Atlanta Mission community. I'm your host, Rachel, and I'm joined by my co-host, Jonathan.
This season, we're focused on what it really means to invest in Atlanta. Today, that starts with listening. Our guest is Candy, a client from my sister's house. And Rachel, I loved Candy's story. What stood out to you from her story?
Me too. Her story was all about identity. She had been searching for her identity ever since she was a little girl, and there comes a pivotal moment when she's 12, and then it kind of comes full circle when she gets to Restoration House. So I'm excited for you guys to hear about Candy finding herself, finding her identity. So I hope you enjoy the story. Candy, we just want to get a little bit of your story. I'd love to know a little bit about where are you from, a little bit about your life.
Okay, I'm originally from Mississippi. Probably been in Atlanta a little over 20 years.
Okay.
And what brought me here was, to start a new life,
Okay.
new beginning.
So what was your childhood like in Mississippi?
Well, my childhood was pretty good. I come from a good family.
Okay.
But around the age of 12, I found out I was adopted.
Okay.
Yeah, so that really,
Were you adopted from when you were a baby?
yes.
Okay.
So I had no idea until I turned 12.
What happened when you turned 12?
It was just like, everything, your body's changing.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm finding out the family that I thought that was my biological family is not my biological family. So that really gave me a lot of different emotions, along with all the other natural emotions going on with you.
Yeah, what a weird time to find out, like when your body's changing.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
So
it
did your
was.
parents just like sit you down and tell you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much just
Why
sat
did
me
they
down
feel
one
like
day.
12 was the time to tell you?
I don't know why they picked 12. Once they, told me, it was just like, okay, now you know. And
Okay.
it's a closed adoption. If you want to find out who your biological parents are, you pretty much, when you get grown
You
and
have
get
to wait,
older,
yeah.
you would have to go through the process of trying to find out. And even when you do go through the process, just be prepared for them not wanting to meet you. So knowing all of this at 12 just didn't really sit right. It just made me feel a kind of way. Like at 12, I'm just like, okay, my parents that I do know and the family that I do know, they treat me like, like part of the family, like I'm biologically theirs. So what was so wrong with me that my biological parents didn't want me and don't want to know who I am?
So it started to unearth a lot of those emotions?
Yeah.
That's a lot to carry.
Yeah.
Especially if it sounds like your parents were like, hey, we're going to tell you this, and then.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my dad was in the military, so he wasn't a very emotional
Yeah.
kind of person, just black and white, gonna do this, and these are the rules, and
Yeah.
just gonna move on with life.
Did you have other siblings?
I have one younger brother.
Okay. Adopted as well?
No.
Okay.
He's their biological child.
So yeah, so how did that feel? So it seems like 12 was really pivotal for you.
It was.
So kind of take
It
me on that
was.
journey.
And I, after finding that out, 13, 14, 15, I got my license at 15. I was really just rebellious at that point. Before then, I was a normal kid growing up. After that, it was rebelliousness. I'm curious because not only am I curious about things, just natural things kids are curious about, I'm really deeply curious about my identity at this point. Like, where did I come from? Like, who am I? And it was just like those questions I felt like wasn't going to be answered. And so I was doing a little bit of everything, trying stuff and, trying alcohol for the first time and, socially with my friends, sneaking and doing it and trying marijuana for the first time, just doing a lot of things that I shouldn't be doing, growing up as a teenager. So that was the first time I really just started just dibbling and dabbling and trying to find my way in life.
Yeah. So you felt like at that moment, I don't know who I am. I need to figure out what my identity is.
Yeah. And I
So
was
it
just-
shook everything. It shook you to the core.
It did. I still graduated high school, and
So at that point, you're like, I want to know who my biological family is?
yes.
Okay, so you knew at that point, because I know some people aren't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, but
I did, and at this point, no. But at that point, I was desperately wanting to know.
okay, but you knew you couldn't until you were.
So I got old enough.
Okay.
My mom is like, well, you have to get a lawyer and go through all this legal stuff. And, then they're going to have to contact them and find out whether or not they actually want to meet you because it's closed adoption and everything. So now I'm starting to learn after 18, 19, how to go about the whole process. And it just seems like that brought up some other emotions as well, because it's like, even if I do go down this journey, I might be going down this journey for no reason.
Mhm.
And then that's going to just throw on more hurt on how I already feel.
Mhm.
And I had mixed emotions about that too.
So did you end up going through
No,
the
I
process?
still don't know. I still don't know. I've always stopped myself. Once I, get the courage up a little bit, it's just like, I talk myself out of it because I just don't want that letdown.
Yeah.
I just don't want the letdown. And time just went on, went to college for a little while. And then I moved to Georgia to start just brand new. I'm just like, maybe I need a brand new start.
Why Georgia?
Well, Atlanta at the time, I'm here. I come from a little small town.
Okay.
So it was just like, okay, Atlanta, I've visited Atlanta, a couple times. I was just like, this will be a great start. They have a lot of opportunities here, a lot of jobs, it was something completely different from where I came from. So I was just like, I can start over here. It's like 5 hours from where I'm originally from. So it's not far, but far enough where I can at least, find me a new start. And I came here, and
At that point, were you still doing like dabbling in
I was
substances?
still dabbling in substances. I definitely was.
How was your relationship with your family at this point?
It was okay.
Okay.
Not the greatest,
Okay.
but okay.
So you come to Georgia.
Got here in the early 2000s. And I started working, and things seemed to be okay, but I'm still, dibbling and dabbling, and things I shouldn't be doing with drugs and stuff like that.
Is it affecting your life at this point?
Not at this point.
Okay.
But it's a part of my life. It's a part of the relationships that I'm creating. I'm consciously making these bad decisions with using these substances because of the people that I'm around. And then eventually it just really became a major part of my life. It became hard for me to maintain my daily stability. And it became more than just dibbling and dabbling with alcohol and just marijuana. Cocaine was added on to that. It got to a point where I could not go a day without my substances.
So at what point did you realize, hey, there's something, like I'm addicted?
To be honest with you, I didn't realize my addiction until I got the restoration house.
Okay.
It took that long. And before then, my father got sick, and I had to make a decision to go home and help out with that around 2020. And I would probably call myself, up until that point, a functioning addict.
Mm-hmm.
But when that took place, he got sick. I was going home to help and with my family and everything, and he ended up leaving here, and that took a bad turn. In the midst of all of that, coming up to me going home to help for him when he was sick, I was in a lot of bad domestic relationships along with my addiction. Like I wasn't even living. I was just here, just a mold, just walking around, just just making ends meet, just doing what I had to do just to survive, pretty much. It wasn't the same as when I first got here. I figured I'd have a bright future here, starting over and everything. Everything just went downhill because I did let the drugs take over my life.
And do you think you were just constantly trying to chase that identity?
I was. I can admit that now.
And did it make you feel, it probably made you feel a certain way?
It definitely made me feel a certain kind of way. It made me feel lonely. I had, and still do to a degree, I have issues, abandonment issues.
Yeah.
But after my father finally passed, my addiction went all the way plummet, like just downhill. Like I was literally killing myself.
Mm.
It was hard for me to sustain work. I eventually lost my job that I had been on for so long, for 20 years. Um, and I was trying to transition just to, you know, do something. I went to another company and started working for them. And even with that, it was hard to just maintain my stability with the bad domestic stuff I was going through and just mainly the drug abuse. And when I tell you, it became to a point where I could not sustain my livelihood anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was just too much. And I still could not be honest with myself to see where I was taking myself, along with abandonment issues. Now I'm grieving and not grieving. Like I'm masking everything to this point, and I'm doing everything I can to mask it, just so I can go on and just put on a mask and go through the day. Ended up losing everything, but even still, with that being said, I'm still out trying to continue my addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really hard for me. Really hard. Candy, don't cry.
No, it's okay. You can cry. I have a whole fresh box of tissues down here.
Yeah, and when I got to finally, I just really got tired.
Mm-hmm.
I really got tired. I'm living on the street. I'm living on sidewalks,
Ugh.
bus stations, like wherever.
What did that feel like? Was it scary?
Very scary. I had never been in this type of situation before, ever in life. I didn't know what it meant to live like out on the street.
Right.
Literally, I've seen people, out on the street just laying down on the sidewalks and laying down in bus stations and just anywhere. And I never imagined that would be me.
Right.
And it became me. And
Ugh.
I just got into a point where it was hard to come out of. And one day I was sitting just talking to this lady. She approached me and she said, "I just want you to know God hasn't forgotten about you." And I was just so angry at the time with where my life had turned into, and I was actually blaming God for it, to be honest with you. And she led me to Restoration House.
Okay.
She literally led me to Restoration House, and from that moment on, I've been utterly, utterly grateful. Like, from the moment I walked through that door.
So what made you go that day?
She sat and talked to me that night because she asked me, "Where are you going?" I said, "I don't have anywhere to go." And she said, "It's just something about you."
Mm.
I'm just looking at her like, out of all the people in the world, like, you come walk up on me and you see something in me. Like, I'm just thinking, okay, this crazy lady, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just come walking to me, like, you just see something special in me. Like, you can't see anything special on me. Like, I haven't taken a bath in days. Like, I don't even know where my next meal is coming from. When I look at and think about what I looked like when I got to Restoration House, I was literally killing myself.
Wow.
I would look nothing like how I look today.
Yeah.
And nothing like I look today. So imagine me 60 pounds lighter, just pretty much skin and bone almost. She said, "I know somewhere where you can go." And I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like, I didn't really take her at face value, but she made sure she got me there that next morning. We just talked all night, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was almost like she was God sent
Yeah.
to me. And it was just like I was being seen for the first time in a long time. And she took me there, and my life hasn't been the same since.
That's amazing.
Like, literally, my life has not been the same since. Like,
So I'm curious, the first time you walked through Restoration House, like the doors,
mhm.
like walk me through like what your thought process is as you're walking into that space.
Walking into that space to do intake, I'll never forget. I'm looking up, I started looking up at the ceiling, and I'm just like, a roof.
Mm.
Finally, a roof. And I'm still like, I wonder if they're going to turn me away because so many places had already been like, we don't have any room.
So
We don't
you
have
had
any
tried
room.
before.
Oh, all kinds of other places, but not Restoration. I had never even heard of the place. I'm just like, there's probably just going to be like every place else. We don't have any room, and just turn me away and put me right back, out through the door. But the first thing I did was walk in there and look up at the ceiling. And I was like, wow, like this is different. Like, way different than any other place I had been, any shelter I'd been to, any warming shelter I'd been in. Like, this was completely different. And everybody was so warm and so welcoming. And I mean, they treated me like I was the friend from just from next door.
Hmm.
Like they had already knew me or something. And it was just a wonderful feeling. And while I was doing my intake, I mean, I was sitting there crying the whole time, and I'll never forget the lady's name that was there was Deja. I'll never forget her. And she's like, "Oh, it's okay, Miss Jones. Like, you'll be okay." And I'm like, "I don't know, like, if it'll be okay." She was like, "You're here." And she handed me a yellow folder. She was like, "You're going to be fine." She was like, "This is going to be time for you to restore." I'll
Hmm.
never forget her saying that. And when I tell you that was the best 30 days of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like literally the best 30 days of
Okay,
my life.
why do you say that?
For one, I finally had a bed.
Yeah.
I laid in that bed and was just like so happy. I cried the first night.
Mm.
I laid there hugging on that pillow and cried the first night. I was just so happy. I had a shower.
Mhm.
Like I could go and take a shower. Like I had food to eat. Like I didn't miss not one meal. I was there for the 7:00 snack. And
Good for
everything,
you,
every
girl.
time. Like they knew who I was, and like it was other ladies in there. They would be complaining, and I was the only one in there. Like I was, like I don't even know why y'all are complaining. Like you must have never been out on the street.
Mhm.
You've never been on the sidewalks. You've never had nowhere to go. Like this is the best thing going. Like I had
Mhm.
clothes. I came there with 2 pairs of underwear and 2 outfits, like the one I had on my back and one in a bag. And that's it. That's all I had.
Wow.
And my ID. That's all I had. Like I have everything. When I tell you everything in abundance. And I knew Restoration House was like just a dream come true, but I had no idea about my sister's house. Like I didn't know nothing about it. Like I had no idea about restoration.
Did you know you
Like-
wanted to stay longer?
Well,
Like-
they gave me a choice.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
I was very transparent when I got there
Okay.
about my life and about my drug abuse and
Okay.
everything. So Miss Jasmine told me, she said, well, you have a choice. You can either stay through our program
Mm-hmm.
or we can send you to a rehab. And I was so happy there at Restoration House. I
Like,
was
I don't
like,
want to leave.
I told her that. I was like, she gave me the form to fill out, and I said, I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever your next, like the program is for here, I want to stay here.
Yeah.
Like, I love it here. Like, I don't want to leave. Like, I love it here. So she gave me the option, and I stayed, not knowing that that included me to go to my sister's house. And when it was time for me to go, I was extra nervous because I'm like, okay, that
Right.
means I'm not going to stay here at Restoration. So where's my sister's house and what does that look like for me? And when I got there, it was different. It was much different, larger facility, and it was just a lot. So I'm walking through there. I cried the first day.
Oh, I'm sure. It's a big change going from,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Restoration House is a Ritz-Carlton of shelters.
You got that right.
I know.
You got that right.
And then it's not that my sister's house is bad.
No, it's
just,
not.
It's just different. And so it's
It's-
hard to go to an older building, more space, more people in the room.
That part.
That's
It's
a
a
huge-
big dorm.
yeah.
And on top of that, they're like giving me all these instructions.
Right.
It's like, okay, you have these classes, you need to talk to your
Right.
counselor, you have an advocate, you have a VTA. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, this is a lot going on.
It is a lot going on.
This is a lot. And I'm just like, a counselor? And I'm thinking to myself, well, that means I have somebody I can talk to. Like, finally, someone I can actually talk to. And then I'm just like, what is an advocate? So some of the ladies were trying to tell me about that. And it was around, it was in January, so the weather was bad. So I didn't meet my advocate until like maybe a week after I got there. So I'm super nervous, like, okay, who is this person?
Yeah.
They're like, well, you have to talk to them about everything. They have to know everything going on with you. And
Can I guess who it was? Was it Miss Avis?
Yes. My angel. Oh my God, my angel. She is like, oh my gosh, she is that woman there. I love her to death. Like, I love her like I would love a family member. She is awesome. Like, she helped me realize who I am. Without her, like, I would not. The things that she's taught me since January is just about myself. It's almost like she was literally God sent to me. She is, words cannot describe my advocate. And when we first met, I was like, who is this lady?
Right.
Because she's like, well, you're on the recovery track. And I'm like, recovery track? I don't need to be on the recovery track. And I was,
she's probably like, yeah, you do.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, no, I don't. She was like, well, I'm reading here, she's telling me about what I told them at restoration. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I said those things. She's like, well, you don't feel like you have an alcohol and drug problem? It's like, no, I don't. So I just get high from time to time. She's like, really? She's like, well, you get up every day. Is that how you start your day? She's looking at me and she took her glasses off and she's like, I'm going to need you to go and take a hard look at yourself. And I literally did that when I left her office. I literally went and stood and looked in the mirror. And the things that she said to me, like, really resonated with me and made me realize, you know what? Candy, you need to get out of that mindset because you do have a problem. Like, you really do have a problem. And my whole journey on this track has been, when I tell you, I've been finding out things about myself that I never would have found out without Atlanta Mission and Miss Avis. Like, seriously. The staff there is amazing. Like, amazing. But Miss Avis is really one of a kind.
What do you think makes her different?
What makes her different is she looks at you. She don't look at you as if you've made all these mistakes in your life. Like, you're just, she looks at you like a human. She really looks at you like a human. Like, and she really cares about her people, like, on her caseload. And it shows, like, whenever you need her, she's right there. And yeah, she can be stern, but it's so out of love.
Yeah.
It really is. And if they would have given me anybody else, I would not have turned out like how I am now. I mean, she has helped me, like, just build a relationship back with my family. She's helped me realize who I am as a person. She's helped me come out of my shell and just be me. She's helped me realize things about me that I didn't even know were there. And she's very genuine. So genuine. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. I really don't.
You just talked about how when she looked at you, it felt like she didn't just see all your mistakes or disappointments. Do you feel like that's how you viewed yourself? Is you just saw your mistakes?
A lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of grief that had just been packed away. And she could see, it's like she could see a hurt child sitting in front of her.
Mm.
She didn't see just a drug addict.
Mm.
She seen someone hurt and broken. And that lady there, I love her to death. I really do. And I don't know what my life would be like without her or Atlanta Mission.
Yeah, so what's it been like kind of unpacking those feelings for the last?
It's been hard
Yeah.
having to feel feelings of grief, disappointment, anxiety, depression,
Yeah.
just learning about me and just dealing with those traumas and addictions and learning how to deal with life on life's terms and
Mm.
learning how to love myself. It's been a lot and it's been hard just having to feel those emotions sober.
Right, because for so long you've been able to numb them.
Yes, for years.
And so it's gotta have been a very hard year to have to feel
It,
those things.
it has. And I'm still doing it.
Yeah, so how do you deal with that every day?
I read my Bible, I pray, I have a sponsor, and I have Miss Avis.
You got a great toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I haven't gone to church before Atlanta Mission, like what, almost 20 years. And I've now like started back going to church.
Yeah, tell us about
Like-
your faith. So we didn't really.
yeah.
Did you grow up with faith?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, Baptist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's get into it.
Mississippi.
Of course,
Come on.
Like I'm in church every Sunday, Sunday school.
So it's been a part of your life.
Yeah, youth choir, like that was like mandatory in my household.
Okay.
Like mandatory. But I found other things to do and just strayed, away and just felt like, I could do things on my own. And instead of just leaning on God, I just shied away from Him and just pretty much blamed Him for a lot of things that I was doing.
Tell me about that transition from being angry at God for your life and your situation to being restored to God. What is that?
It was like a big boulder lifted off of my shoulders. It was hard. I can say hard at first, but it took me just wanting something different and longing for that. And Miss Avis told me, she said, I want you to read the book of John. And I'm just like, I'm like, I got this, I do my little daily devotions. Just like, I need you to read the book of John. And I sat down in my room, put in my little earplugs, and sat there and I read the book of John. And when I tell you, after reading that book of John, it was like something in me changed, something like lit up. And it was like, I want more.
Mm.
I need more because He's already shown me so much. And reading that, it was just like, I need more. I started to want more. I'm like, God, I know that You're with me. I knew that You were with me ever since Restoration House. But now I'm starting to see You in a different light, on a different level. And ever since then, I have really been just wanting more, seeking more, studying more, going to church more. Like it's now a part of my life. Like I get up every day and I talk to Him like I'm talking to y'all right now. Like He's a part of my life now.
It's
and
amazing.
It's different. It's really different. And it makes me feel different. It makes me want to be different. It makes me act different. And things that I normally would just fly off the handle about, I don't. I seek Him first.
Wow.
I seek Him first.
I want to pivot a little bit. Healing is hard work, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's hard to feel things
Mhm.
for the first time or after many years.
Yeah, it feels like the first time.
And your experience at my sister's house is hard. Like that's not for everybody. But it's important to have fun and build community.
Mhm.
And so I want you to sort of tell us a little bit about the fashion show.
Oh,
You were a
Yeah, the
part of
community
it.
you built.
Our listeners don't know what the
Yeah.
fashion show is. Tell us
oh wow.
what the fashion show.
Now that was special. That was really special. And I was pushed into it. I didn't want to do it. And my VTA manager pretty much was like, Candy, you have the great personality for that. And I'm just like, nah, like you see me just playing around,
Right.
just joking around and stuff. She was like, no, really, like you're funny. Like you should just, step out your comfort zone.
Because they weren't
and do
asking you just to go down the runway. They wanted you to
it.
host the whole thing.
Yes. And then she
Okay.
kept changing it up. She's like, I want you to get engaged with the audience. And I'm not that girly girl
Yeah.
type of girl. More of like tomboyish. So I don't really like dressing up and being in these elegant gowns and stuff, but I enjoy doing that. Like that was wonderful. I felt like the most beautiful person in the world. Like that entire experience was awesome. They had people come in, they help us get it together. They had these beautiful gowns and the layout was beautiful. And I mean, it turned out to be such a great show. We had like 6 or 7 different scenes. Like some of the ladies there are very talented. One particular lady, she made the outfits for one of the scenes.
Wow.
Like she's very, very talented. There's a lot of talent over there. A spoken word that was going on over there. I mean, and the way that they got us together for the fashion show, you would think that it was something that you would see off TV, like a
Wow.
professional fashion show. Like it was set up. We had people in the audience. I mean, it was lovely. It was something I never could have dreamed of. And even going through the rehearsals, it did not take away from the actual event. The actual event was amazing. It was amazing. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm really glad I got a chance to do it.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
So you're in the Next Steps program. So
I am.
you are graduating this week.
Yeah.
Next week. This week.
This Thursday.
This Thursday, she's graduating. What does the future look like for you?
It looks wonderful. After going through Next Steps, I just knew, just being at my sister's house and learning what I've learned, talking to my counselors and advocate, that I had really made a lot of progress with myself. And I just knew it couldn't get any better. But Next Steps, it's definitely what it is, Next Steps. It's like the next steps to a better you, a better way of thinking, a better way of dealing with life, and how to sustain yourself when you leave there and get a job. It has been the most amazing few weeks. Like, I couldn't even imagine it could be any better than what I've already gone through. Seriously. It
You keep
has
saying
been.
that about everything.
I know.
She
It's
loves
like,
everything.
I do. And it's like this place is Atlanta, Michigan, even from the very beginning. I mean, it is for someone that's been in my shoes and has been on the road that I've been on and have really just come from just nothing and just being lost. This place here, Restoration House says it. Restore.
Yeah.
Atlanta Mission literally restores you back to yourself, even to a self that you never knew you were.
Mhm.
And I'm a living witness to it because I've become the woman that I never thought I could be. And with each step that I've taken since I've been at Atlanta Mission, it has been just a wonderful experience. It has been just something I never could have even imagined. Like literally.
You have so much joy.
I
She has
do.
So much joy.
I've never been this joyful in a long time.
Well, I think that's just part of who you are, but you've come back to it.
Yeah, because I haven't been like this in a long time.
Yeah.
In a long time. And it took them a while to bring it out. So when I got there, I wasn't smiling as much.
Yeah, you seem so full of joy, so full of peace.
And I am. I'm so full of it. I'm full of getting up every day and having God in my life
Mm-hmm.
and just having that piece of just wanting to get up and just see what the day holds.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be a better me every day I wake up.
Mm.
and I'm just happy to be here. And I'm so excited to see what the future holds for me when I leave. I know it's going to be wonderful because it's wonderful now. And I never could have imagined it being like this. I really couldn't have. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a journey.
Just wanted to ask you this question. I've been like mulling it over.
Yeah.
Your whole journey has been like an identity discovery, right?
It has.
So I'm really curious. Could you tell us who Candy is?
Candy is a vibrant young lady who's full of life, who's grateful to be here, still here, who's grateful to be alive, who's grateful to be a child of God. She's grateful to have met her new family. She's grateful for all the opportunities that she has now. And she's grateful to see just what God has in store for her next. That's who Candy
That's
is.
beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm just excited. I get up every day. And even people over there, my sister has to be like, oh, you're just always so happy. I don't have a reason not to be. I don't have a reason not to be. I literally do not. I even go to the doctors and they're like writing in my little chart. Like, they're like, what are you doing over there? I'm just like, because every time I go to the doctor every month, I'm gaining more weight. I'm just like,
You're like, I'm happy.
they're like, what are you doing? I'm just like, oh, I'm still in Atlanta Mission. And things are going awesome for me over there. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm really good. I'm so thankful. Like, so thankful. So thankful. All the resources that are there, the team over there is amazing. And they truly do care about the people that are there. And that means a lot.
It does, yeah.
It really does, because you can tell when things are authentic and when it's not.
Yeah.
And especially when you've been going through trauma and you have a lot of things going on with you that you're trying to just, get your life sorted out just so you can just function through the day, and to have just compassionate people around you that are willing to help you all the time, just whatever you need, and just be that loving support for you and pray for you. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And I don't know what I would do without it. I don't know what I'd do without a mission. I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Candy's story. Thank you so much for being here, Candy.
Thank you for having me.
I hope that everyone can feel the joy that you are and that you just exude. And we're excited to see where your journey takes you. So
I am too.
Thank you. And thank you for
Thank
listening.
you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Unseen Atlanta is proud to be sponsored this season by the Scott Pryor Law Group. At Scott Pryor Law, they treat every client like family. If you've been injured, their mission is simple. You focus on healing, and they'll handle the rest. Scott Pryor, a U.S. Marine and trial attorney, and his team believe in compassion, justice, and serving their community. So if you or a loved one has been injured, reach out to the Scott Pryor Law Group today. They'll walk with you every single step of the way. You can learn more at scottpryorlaw.com.
Thanks for listening to Unseen Atlanta. If today's story moved you, we invite you to take the next step. Whether that's volunteering your time, donating to Atlanta Mission, or simply continuing to listen and learn. Every step matters. Follow along, share this episode, and join us as we invest in Atlanta together.